So what's up, guys? We're coming back with another reaction video. It's your boy. You already know what it is. Come back with another reaction video. This one, teens. I think they put on masks. I don't even know what this one's about. It's about fucking porn and teenagers being honest. The title is if teens were 100% honest about watching porn. So hopefully this isn't too raunchy because I don't want this video to get demonetized or anything. I don't want, But without further ado.
In an age of call-outs, culture wars, and perfect facades, people can be afraid to express how they really feel. So we brought together 7 strangers, protected their identities, and asked them all 7 burning audience questions. What will be revealed when we take the mask off?
So these questions, I want everybody, to comment below, and whatever question that comes out, because we don't know the question they're gonna ask us, right? We don't know the question they're gonna ask the boys. I'm gonna answer the question. You're gonna answer the question.
Yeah, I am.
They're gonna answer that. Let's hear them first, and then we're gonna answer. And then we want to hear from you guys. YouTubes or ladies, gentlemen, viewers, listeners. Just comment below if whatever the question they ask, just put an answer down to the comment. All right. So let's go and roll.
If the answer is yes, you will flip on your light. Do you watch porn?
It's accessible, and because it's accessible and it's there, people use it. I'm one of them.
I think most guys can agree that they have at least at some point watched it, and it's if you can enjoy it in a healthy way, if you can enjoy masturbating in a healthy way, I think then by all means go for it. But
yeah, I do watch porn. God. A lot of my teenage years, I spent a lot of time self-obsessing over it to the point where it kind of became an addiction. And it took until very recently to get out of the hole of, paying for porn. I do watch it, but I don't like that I watch it.
Do I watch it? No, I don't watch it. I'm a married man.
Haven't watched porn for 4.5 years myself.
For me, it's been 4 to 5 years, honestly. I'll tell you why I used to watch it though. Because there was a health benefit says that if you masturbate, no, hold on. If you masturbate and shit before you had sex with a woman, you last longer in bed.
Oh, that's true. I wouldn't call that a health benefit though.
You get what I'm saying?
But it's definitely a perk, I'll say. I've definitely jerked off before.
I'll jerk off before I had sex. I remember when I used to party at 25, 26, I would watch porn if I went to see a shorty, before I went to the club. Because I know I was going to go home or go to a motel or hotel with a girl I'm about to fuck, right? So I wanted to last longer in bed so that she can call me and blow my phone up and shit. This is the only reason why I would watch porn. Just to not, because I'm not easy, bro. I'm like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and I'm like, shit.
I said no. I used to watch it a lot before. I would say I was addicted to it. My dad is in prison, so there was no one really for me to talk to about sex. So porn was my education on sex.
From personal experience, it messed me up because after watching it so much, I'm sure we've all been there where you're on page 5 and nothing is right. You're looking for that right video, but your dopamine receptors and everything is so messed up at this point that the same thing that would get you off wouldn't get you off anymore, right? I went so deep into it where I'm a straight man, I started watching trans porn because it was just erotic in a different way that I've never seen before. I needed more stimulation.
Because of pornography.
Yes, because of pornography. So I don't think it's just entertainment. It actually affects with your brain and the way you perceive love.
You think that a lot of teenagers or teen boys are really educated on the effects of pornography?
No.
No, not at all.
Have you ever cried in front of someone else?
I wholeheartedly agree with this statement. I feel like it's easier to open up towards women, which is kind of embarrassing, but quite frankly, I feel like they understand emotions more because they really understand the whole crying. I mean, I feel like crying is sort of normal to them, and they see of it as like a way to express themselves.
It's interesting that you said that you're more comfortable to cry in front of women. I had a girlfriend and she broke up with me over text. And before that, we were like talking and I cried in front of her and I was being honest, and I thought that's what you're supposed to do. That's what my dad taught me, right? But I guess she interpreted it as being
in the sense that Nathan took the red pill and he's working on self-improvement. And I fuck with you, Nathan, because he's like, he knows dude. The answer to the first question, I haven't watched porn for a while. Same reason Nathan is fucking my mind up.
Yeah.
I was fucking with bitches I wouldn't even really be like into it that much because I was like, the porn is way better than this. Actually, he said it really well too. The answer to the second question, cry. I mean,
someone else.
when I was a little kid, but I don't think I've cried. Don't get me wrong, I definitely cry every now and again, but I just don't cry in front of other people because I feel like when most people cry in front of other people, it's like a pity thing and they want to get your sympathy. And so my saying is like, if I have the energy to cry in front of you about something, then I also have the energy to do something about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, mine is to kind of like Nathan. I think he said something very similar to what I was crying because my ex at the time was cheating on me, and I was just crying just so she can stop cheating on me. So that's just the same move, back when I was it's just Brazilian, man,
Brazilians.
Brazilian, and then I cried 3 times. I ain't gonna lie to you. I cried in front of her one time, and then I cried calling my mom saying that I didn't see my ex because she's been out for almost 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know where she's been. She was my fiance at the time too. And I was like, the fuck is she? I'm calling and blowing her phone out. She's not even answering, right? I'll cry in front of her, not because she's leaving, it's because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Why the world hate of black people? Like, why we get so much hate? Why we struggle the most? That's the reason why I would cry, because it's just a lot of struggling for us where we work the hardest and get paid so little.
And she broke up with me, and that really messed me up for a little while because it's like, well, now I know I can't show any kind of insecurity. So I don't like crying in front of women. Like, I'd rather cry in front of some family that I trust, right?
That's interesting because I'd rather find a stranger on the street and tell them everything I'm going through because I will never see them again in my life. And I feel like they won't be able to judge me. I'll never see them.
I'd rather have a stranger think I'm strong and my family know all my problems, so it's interesting.
Feminism has gone too far.
Damn, well, what happened to you, bro?
In the feminism movement, there's so much of tearing down men or trying to put men back in their spot. But if the women want us men to step up, then I feel like it'd be a lot more productive instead of tearing down men and telling us all what we're doing wrong, than to, on the other hand, to build us up. I guess for the sake of keeping us accountable for our actions, and as men, we also need to step up.
Giving females more opportunities to certain things, I just think that's quite unfair, and it's like you got to put in the work, you got to put in the certain things to earn these things, and it's not like women are granted less access to these jobs. I mean, I know there's plenty of women who are in business, who are doing good things for America. I just find it counterintuitive that this whole feminist movement is advocating for equal rights in certain things when they already have access to them.
The equality of men and women. I think that when we talk about feminism, a lot of it boils down to employment. I think that the bringing down of men, you guys keep on saying bringing down men and shaming them, I think that is way overstated. I have never been shamed for my maleness.
I think, if you look at any movement, there's definitely going to be like a radical portion of that movement. But at the same time, I want to open up the question to you guys. Do any of you guys have personal experience where you feel you've been brought down, like to bring a woman up?
A little bit like in high school. And it's not like the worst thing in the world. We have like an ASB my sophomore year, there was like happy thoughts, right? Like every Friday you just write something and you put it in the bin. It'll just be the girls and then some, more of the feminine guys complimenting each other, which is not a problem, but as they're complimenting each other, oh, look at you, you're killing it, and then they'll even like insult me. It went from being happy thought to build up Women Day. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's a wall, and we should break down that wall and focus on the human race. Not women, not men, not Mexicans, not this. We should all bring each other up.
I've been anxious about my penis size.
That's a good one. I got a funny story about that, bro.
Well, I'll say this, right? I think every man in his life, because when you grow up as a boy in a locker room, people be like, "You probably have a little dick." People always talk about little dick, little dick. So every man in his lifetime wonders, oh, and especially watching porn, all these fucking man dingo niggas, you know what I'm saying, coming into the fucking cut with. If you look every single porn video with man dingo niggas, those niggas are wearing socks and Timbs, dude, and they're not wearing any clothes, dude. And so like every young nigga has that thought run through their head. Oh, how big is my dick? Do I have a little dick? You know, because I remember measuring my dick when I was younger and shit, being like, I wonder how, I want to know if my shit's big or not. And so I got some dick to spare. Let's just say that. But I think every nigga has worried about that, especially when you're in middle school. Yeah. When I was in 6th, 7th grade, as an adult, I'm like, after you kind of fuck a couple of bitches and you start to realize a little more where you measure up, I think it like really low, like that really lowers a lot. But no, as a little nigga, I was definitely fucking worried. I was like, damn, bro, I hope I don't have a little dick, dude.
So here's my story, man. So I was in high school. That was what after I got circumcised, right? And shit, and like no homo. My shit was big before I got circumcised. So I was being circumcised. They put me in a fucking anesthesia and shit, shit. And then, shit was still there, I didn't lose my dick, but I realized that it was small. I freaked out. I mean, what the fuck, bro? Like, what? You know what I'm saying?
That's scary, dude. Jeez.
Yeah, that shit was mad small. Like, it went from like a size of a ruler, no homo, to like a half a size of a ruler. Like, what the fuck?
Damn, bro. I would get scared too, bro.
It was the fucking crazy. So what I started doing, and that kind of like took me off till I was in college. So I started buying like penis enlargement, taking pills and shit to make my dick bigger and shit.
Like those commercials.
Yeah, those commercials.
Damn.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I got girth when I have erection, but my shit is like this small. It wasn't like this before. You know what I'm saying? But when I get girth, that shit's like, okay, that makes sense. Cool. But it's just that I would have my shit big without me having erection. It's just what the fuck.
Yeah, I feel that.
You get what I'm saying, yo? It's like, what the fuck, So I started buying like pills and shit, taking pills. I started buying lotion, massaging my fucking penis to make it bigger while it's like just chilling, not without getting.
Did it work though?
It did work.
It worked, dude.
It worked.
Damn, I didn't think that. I thought it was a scam.
I started buying penis enlargement and shit like that. I buy a machine. You just put in your dick and massage your fucking dick like this. So what it does, it pumps up the fucking blood stream in your balls and increases the size of the fucking penis, while it's doing that. So it was just weird because I was so conscious about my penis. But
I'll say I take cold showers and I do like I don't know, dude. I definitely feel you though. That is definitely a thing. I'm like, oh shit, it's like contracting, man. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, she only get big when you horny. What the fuck is going on? Why can't you just be chilling?
I think every young nigga out there has fucking probably measured their dick at some point when they're I got a solid 9 inches, 8-9 inches. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 10 on a good day.
I started watching pornography, I think around the age of 11 or 12, and that's a very impressionable, vulnerable place to be in. So of course, there's always these feelings about looking at your body.
Yeah, and I think the competition is probably what affects me the most part. It's the thing you're like, I know good and well there's dudes bigger than me, and she says it doesn't matter, but it still plays on my mental when I go to sleep at night.
This nigga just said he's dreaming about other niggas' dicks when he goes to sleep, basically.
Really afraid of the size that I have because I am kind of becoming more confident in my body and the way that I am. I don't really feel like it's going to matter nearly as much when you're with someone for 10 years as you are for like a one-night stand. So I am not personally that uncomfortable with my size.
Everything that you just said is true, and you just need to become confident in your own self by knowing what people really look for. But it's hard to get on Netflix and watch Euphoria and think these are grown-ass men playing high school people, and you think well, that's not what I look like. And then you think about every person that I have been with or will be with has probably seen this. I think that's really where that anxiety comes from. It's just the fact that other people probably have expectations.
I have questioned my sexuality.
So like gender roles and shit.
No,
Nah,
like
never,
if you're gay, never.
never.
I've never questioned my sexuality.
Since I was 8, 9 years old, I would say 7 to 8, I saw my first vagina. No bullshit, yo. I was back home in my country in the Caribbean.
Wait, like grown
vagina with hair, bushes, out the whole 9 yard.
Oh my god, dude.
Titties, everything, sucking them, no, the whole 9 yard. No joke. I'm not kidding, guys.
Oh yeah, dude.
I don't want to get too deep in it, because my family might be watching. But
dude, from this time I think I was in first grade. When even kindergarten, I remember I had crushes on girls, and I would always try to like, get close to girls. I mean, I wasn't really thinking about sex until around like 7th grade, But like, it's a long story short. I've never questioned my sexuality.
I was thinking about women.
I guess growing up, I was never one of like the jocks of school. I always was into music. I was always into theater, and so growing up, I was always bullied because of that, because I was being too gay or whatever. And I always hung out with the girls, and so I definitely did kind of buy into what everyone else was saying, the peer pressure of like saying, "Oh, you're gay. This is how you're going to end up turning out because this is how you are now." With where I am now in my life, I've just kind of gotten to a place where I've grown to be confident. I know what my identity is.
People thinking that definitely, like, it gets you thinking, It gets you thinking like, well, like, am I? Or should I be? It's like, should I be attracted to dudes because I like things that are quote unquote gay? But then I get.
Okay, I want to say something about that. So when I was in middle school, I was in a lot of plays and I was like in the musical theater and shit, right? And dude, no bullshit. Mad people thought, and I was mad well dressed too, because I wasn't the best dressed, but I wore like sweater vests and stuff, I had these sweaters, and I would wear skinny jeans. That was the big part. I wore skinny jeans a lot, and I still do, But back then, no one was wearing skinny jeans. Everyone was wearing really baggy fucking boot cut jeans and fucking DCs. And so mad niggas used to call me gay. Even bitches used to call me gay. But I'll say this, opposition of what these niggas are saying. Not once did I ever think, am I gay? Nah. A bitch one time when I was at the fucking Black Moxie Field skateboarding with my friends, she was like, "You're probably gay." And in my mind, I was like, I wish you would let me show you. That's literally what I said in my fucking mind as a 7th grader. Because I was trying to fuck, dude, because I thought she was mad cute. I was like, I wish you'd let me show you.
It was the issue that like we've made certain things gay and made certain things straight.
Yeah, right. Mine's stemmed from porn, as I mentioned before. And when I started watching trans porn, and it's weird to say, but like I got really nervous. I got really nervous because I thought maybe I'd be gay. And so, I did my research on it, and I was kind of obsessed with trying to figure out like what this could mean. And all the stuff I would look up was saying like, if you watch trans porn, you're still straight because they're women and stuff like that. But I'm thinking like, what would my family think? I've never sought out, like every time I talk to a trans woman in real life, there's no like actual attraction there. So I'm still lost in the fact of what I actually am attracted to, but I guess I am still straight because they are women.
Personally, right now, I feel happy with my sexuality, and I feel that it's not wrong to question your sexuality in terms of law in America. Like, you're free to question whatever you want. You can question your religion, you can question your culture. It's just society is the things that constrains those certain things to be what's normal and what's wrong.
Yeah, I feel like there's such a strong stigma to be straight, or strong like a pushing you into it, that even right now I feel the desire to like explain myself, even though we're anonymous right now. I feel like I've only been with like actual like cis women, but like I know this, like no one is judging me. We're all here to be honest. But it's such a stigma that from the last 18 years of my life, that in this moment right now I feel embarrassed and ashamed for something that's just the way it is.
I'm scared of dying.
I've never been afraid of death. I don't know what it is, dude. From the day I was born, I remember I asked my mom a couple of years ago. I was like, "Mom, was I ever?" Because I saw this thing on TV. I was like, "Mom, was I ever scared of dying or like asking you what happens?" And my mom was like, "You never." My mom said like literally, I remember because I thought I was gonna have to have that talk with you because I'm like the firstborn son. My mom was like, "You've never once ever asked about death." And then when you learned what death was, you just accepted what it was immediately, and you never even quite. And I was like kind of surprised, but then I kind of look back at my life, and I've lived a very like daredevilish-esque life. I've lived a life of like like doing like drugs, going out late night, going into the crazy street, hanging out with like really shady people. You know, I mean, really, and even kind of in skateboarding, I was jumping off like fucking some like half building sometimes down like stair sets, like across like running into streets, like, and I never, yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I've never really, I mean, maybe I don't know, maybe something in me. To be 100% honest with you guys, I think something in me from a young age kind of knew that there was something more important afterwards. You know, um, I didn't know exactly what it was, and I couldn't really tell you that I even knew at that time. But I can never once in my life picture a time where I was afraid of death. Even I had like a couple months ago, this past summer, I had a very very near death experience, and like even then, I wasn't so much afraid of the dying part about it. You know, I was just more afraid of honestly this message not getting out. You know, what about you, bro?
It's not. It's not if I'm afraid of dying. It's how am I gonna die?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying. That's what scares me. Like I don't mind like sleeping. I don't wake up. Okay, cool, fine. I don't mind.
yeah, that sounds nice.
I don't mind if I'm getting old and shit like that. You know, and my life start to fade away and shit. Okay, cool. But if I'm in a plane or I'm in a boat and shit like that. That's what's I'm gonna survive to live. I'm gonna fucking fight to live. You know what I'm saying? So it's not matter of whether I'm scared of dying. It's just how am I gonna die?
Right.
And that's what scares me honestly. Because you know, if somebody come here and shoot me point blank, okay, cool, fine. What the fuck? Okay, you know what I'm saying? But it's like if I'm in a if I it's like I'm in a plane that crashes, right? But I'm getting up and there's metal pieces inside of my body and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I freaked out.
Yeah,
But
or
I'm
like
alive.
drowning, or like
Oh, I'm fucking drowning. I'm
or
still
like
alive.
getting burned alive. Or
Yeah,
something.
getting burned alive or something like that. That's what scares me the most, honestly.
Would you rather be burned alive or buried alive?
Ah man.
You know what? We'll make a whole thing about this.
Yeah.
I think of it as like I'm extremely scared of death. I mean,
Hopefully they show their
I
faces
watched my
after,
father
right?
die like right before me. It's a scary thing. They just stop breathing, and just the idea of like nothing is just extremely terrifying to me. It's like you don't really know what's going on. Like, are you even thinking? Are you even there? You're just a blip out of just space.
It is terrifying. We don't know. And as a Christian, I want to pretend that like I know that there's, you know, heaven and hell, but at the end of the day, I genuinely don't know.
Yeah, I think always had the fear as a kid growing up that, you know, I'm gonna die and like not fulfill like what I wanted to do here on earth, right? But every time I thought about dying, it was as an old person. But 2 years ago when I started working as a lifeguard, this lady and her friend came to the pool, and you know, I have the music going and everything. She just starts having a seizure, and luckily, you know, I did everything right, and EMS showed up, and she was safe. But then 2 weeks later, she unfortunately had another seizure while driving, and she died. And that's when I realized life is like it can happen to anyone at any point, and if I just die and don't do anything with my life, then that's what I'm scared of.
I said that I don't fear death because unlike you guys, I don't really have an experience, so much hands-on experience with death.
Am I afraid of the fact that I will die someday? No. But I think, you know, obviously the fact that it might come way sooner than you expect is a scary thought. But like, it's the one thing that makes life like special. You know what I mean? It's the one thing I feel like that actually gives meaning to it. Because if you would never die, then you would never do anything. You know, because you would always have more time to do it.
Do you guys feel like you can actually be your genuine self when you're like talking to a girl or hanging out with a girl?
There's definitely a difference between.
I love this. I love this dude, Nathan. That was a great question. My answer is fuck no, dude. Fuck no. You can never be your genuine, like truest self as a man hanging out with a girl, dude.
Really?
I don't believe so.
Like you
bro.
can't be yourself with the girl. Is that the question?
Yeah. Like, can you be like 100% genuine yourself? Me personally, maybe it's just me, but my sense of humor is too dark. It's too raunchy.
Mm.
Um, And I mean, a lot of times, like if I'm really gonna be like my genuine self, I'm gonna tell you about my problems and shit. I'm gonna tell you about things that I'm dealing with. And I don't tell women that kind of shit because women are the worst people to fucking complain to or to tell your problems to.
Oh, I see. Or can you be yourself? Okay. It depends on the type of girl, honestly. I feel like because my idea of a girl is, if she's a baddie and she's just portraying titties and ass, I'm thinking I want to fuck, right? But if she's a good girl, we just conversating and we're having a nice, intelligent conversation or talking about the games or whatever. She like anime. Yeah, I can be myself because she's being herself. I'm being myself. There's nothing wrong with being yourself. It depends on the female, I think, because most females who think they're bad or they think they're boss bitch, I'm gonna be different. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to, get into them pants. I hate to say this, I hate to even mention it, but it's because I remember when I was in fucking college, I want to tell girls I watch anime, but I feel like I'm gonna get judged. I'm like,
Oh, back then, definitely, bro.
you know what I'm saying?
Back
Like
then, it wasn't as
I
cool
couldn't
today.
be myself back then, honestly.
Also, you make a good point. It depends on what you want from a girl, right?
Yeah, I think
if you want to hook up with her or get with her, I would say you probably can't be 100% yourself.
You can't be 100. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you can't be yourself if you want to hook up with a shorty. But if it's a girl who's down to earth and she like the same thing you like and she's chill, she's your match. And holy shit, like we're bumping and shit. You know what I'm saying? We like the same shit. We like eating the same food. I'm like,
if she's about to be your wife, you'll know, dude.
Yeah, you definitely
and you'll be able to be yourself.
I can't. I think there's a specific girl that you can be genuine with, but when it comes to boss bitch or bad bitch or girls that's 10 out of 10, I don't think you can be yourself, honestly.
So like my friends that are girls versus like a girl that I'm interested in.
Like obviously if you're trying to impress a girl, you're gonna be dressed nicely, you're gonna wear some cologne, you're not gonna like fart around her, right? It's a filter thing. But like when it comes to your mom, like your mom's a girl and I wholeheartedly trust my mom. So I'm gonna be myself around the people I trust more.
I guess that's what it is. There's a lot of times I walk away with talking to a girl I'm really interested in. I'm like, man, I didn't just go up and be me. And then my best friend, right? He used to be my best friend. He's kind of a womanizer, but I see him get so much success. And every time I've gotten success is doing things that he's done, which is just putting on a facade and telling them what they want to hear.
I think it's good to be yourself.
He just want to fuck.
I mean, you can only put a mask on for so long. It's refreshing to talk to people and realize that I'm not the only one who feels a certain way about things. It's nice and it's a step in the right direction for me in becoming more comfortable with being open and honest with everybody.
I think just the whole open conversation, like this won't bite me in the end later, or like someone's not gonna listen to this and think, oh, that guy's bad. I have more safety of expressing my honest opinions, and whether those be good opinions or bad opinions, it's a better way to express one's true self without trying to be influenced by what high school is and all the people influencing you in high school, because frankly, high school is just popular culture, what people think is popular.
This one was good.
Final thoughts.
Jubilee, that
was a good video.
That was a good video. Nathan, man, I give this guy a part. This guy was saying everything because he was honest. I feel like he had so much to say, if not more. But yeah, I mean, Jubilee, you guys did a good job on this one, honestly.
For real.
I really respect the question, honestly. This question was a bit deep. I wanted to get deeper, but obviously this is a reaction video. It's not a podcast, which I'm looking to start on this Friday coming up, guys. It's been a while. We haven't started a podcast, honestly. We've been doing a lot of reaction videos because it seems, convenient for us and easier to set up versus where it takes a whole hour, 2 hours for us to set up a podcast. But
on that note, this video gave me a lot of good ideas for podcast topics, so we should talk about.
Yeah, same here.
So look forward to those coming soon. I really enjoyed this video a lot. I'm really glad they didn't take their masks off, and because the thing is, it's funny. But tell me not, if everyone took their masks off, right, and they saw each other's faces, they would have been like, it would have gotten so awkward,
They're like, Kai?
Yeah. Oh.
Kai? Is that you, Kai?
They'd be like, damn, Kai.
You're Brandon?
From Middlesex? Yeah, bro. Because I'm telling you, it would have ruined the whole energy.
It would have ruined the whole
And I'm really proud that they didn't fucking do that, and they didn't expose them. Because Jubilee, they pull some fucking sneak low fucking goddamn serpent in the grass shit, bro, sometimes. And so, all in all, great video. You know what I'm saying? Look forward to this podcast upcoming on Friday. We're going to start with these release dates. I'm telling you, we're going to get really, really like disciplined. We're gonna really hammer them out. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
yeah.
look forward to those coming soon. Let us know any thoughts you have down in the comments below. We're gonna read through these comments too. Like, so I'm looking forward to reading you guys' answers to some of these questions.
I'm curious, yo. I'm curious, bro.
But like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We'll see you guys later. Okay.